Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master. We are back today with my patented Simic Merfolk list playing the Smuggler's Copter. My results just keep getting better and better. Start off with a 5-0. We had a 3-2 on Monday, 4-1 on Wednesday. Let's go for a 5-0 today. Just like Drakenar, who also went 5-0 with this list. If you want to see how this deck is going to be played competitively in the modern metagame, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that we are streamers now. I got the floodlights in the background. You're not a streamer until you have the floodlights. If you want to watch the action live, be here just like everyone else in the chat. Don't forget to check my stream schedule in the description below. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com, your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. They've got podcasts on Commander. They've got the standard arena content. They got the modern Merfolk content. Go check them out at themanabase.com. And of course, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Are you afraid of cards getting banned? Do you want to test out many different decks in the metagame? You're going to want to rent them from Mana Traders. You can go subscribe to them with my link in the description below. Will help the channel, or you can get 20% off your first 3 months by using the coupon code Nikachu. We're going to thank Mana Traders for being our sponsor. Also, all right, we're going to talk about this list. For the most part, I still like the list. I love it. And you know what I really like about this list? We've been beating bad matchups. We beat Dice Factory. We beat Hardened Scales Affinity. I didn't even have any good answers to Hardened Scales Affinity. I didn't even bring anything in. What else am I beating with this deck? I beat Amulet Titan with this deck, although that was off camera. So in my opinion, this is oh, Gibby 420, you're allowed to post links, no problem. And if you have you want to post spoilers, it's no problem with me. I don't mind links. I'm all good with it. So anyway, we're going to stick with Simic Merfolk. The only thing I would want to change is Weather the Storm. Like I said before, this is mostly for burn. It can be brought in against Prowess and some other decks, but for the most part, there's very few decks I bring this card in. There's very few decks I bring this card in against, so it could be extra copies of Veil of Summer, Chalice of the Void, Relic of Progenitus. Maybe even 3 Ceremonious Rejection. That's like a really narrow card. Another card I was thinking about, maybe Master of Waves. But it doesn't gain life, and this deck takes a lot of damage between Breeding Pool, the Misty Rainforest, and Waterlogged Grove, so it'll be super dead versus burn. Anyway, I don't want to be too hard. I don't want to be in too much trouble against burn. So anyway, low curve, Smuggler's Copter, still doing it for us. Let's get into our modern league. We lost the die roll. Hand is trash. We're gonna mulligan. Oh no, we won the die roll. We won the die roll. Hand is trash. We're gonna mulligan. Hand is the hand did not change trashiness. Oh, this hand sucks. Just 2 creatures. Balada, we're playing the same deck as for... Yeah, we're playing Copter, Simic Copter Merfolk. You go exclamation point deck, and it should show the deck list. So we have to mulligan again. Not thrilled, but we can keep it. Okay, so we'll keep. And I guess I'll keep the Waterlogged Grove. Actually, our opponent's mulliganing with us. There's a few things. I could dump the Dismembers, but I feel like that's something I could do. I sort of want this land. But we're down on cards, so I should be greedy. Maybe I should just keep 2 Dismembers and the Waterlogged Grove. Oh, that's going to be painful. Alright, people, we're going to feel the pain. Oh, this is going to be painful. I hope we're not against burn. We're like going down to 9 life just with this hand, because I'm going to pay a life with Aether Vial. Then I'm going to spend 5 life on Dismember. Our opponent's going to 4 cards. So long as they're not on Dredge, I think we're okay. Hello, Totoy, from the Philippines. The Philippines Merfolk Master. Oh, we're going to lose so much life. No pain, no gain, right? That's what they say. No pain, no gain. Oh, God. Oh, it is Dredge. That's actually bad. Not good at all. Because these cards are useless. Well, I wouldn't say they're pretty... Well, okay, we're going to say they're useless. My life total going down to nothing is not good. You know what I didn't consider? Like, just tossing the vial during mulligans. Oh, Ox of Agonis. That's all. Well, that is weird. Are you gonna sacrifice that or something? You're gonna kill your own Golgari Thug or something? So anyway, the dismembers are terrible. Just terrible. Ooh, we got Copter. That is great. Let's try to draw a land here. Land for Copter. We got a land for Copter. We're online, people. We're online. Time to fly. Why did they play this? Okay, one more brick. Although they do have the Ox. I'll probably dismember the Ox, to be honest. Ah, they finally found something. Not unexpected, but still not happy about it. You gonna card cast? Oh, you're gonna just go Cathartic Reunion? No dredgers in the graveyard. They had to have just drawn that. Because they, like, played a Golgari Thug. Is it worth it to block? I don't think so. It's probably a disastrous idea to block. If only I could get... Okay, we're racing, sort of. So we're going to always yield, always no. That's a great draw. Actually, what's good about Copter is we can now get rid of these stupid dismembers. Or at least one of them. Alright, let's go attack. Maybe we can aggro them out. They're not super ahead. That's a great draw. Alright, let's see if we can aggro them out. This is not that bad. Yeah, I'll just pass. This is really not that bad. They're not that far ahead. They have no Dredger. They can Ox of Vigonis, but still no Dredger. Unless they just drew a Dredger. I think they can Ox now. Okay, discard hand. Draw 3 cards. Dredgers. Fucking creeping chills. Alright, better to be in your hand than coming from the graveyard, coming from the library. Nothing, no life gain, so pretty good. They can't get, we have a good turn. That was miserable for them. Just absolutely miserable. We'll take the 4. I'll Trickster the Ox. Do we have lethal? 4, 8, 11, 14. Oh, we got lethal! We got lethal, people. If my calculations are correct. And by the way, I do think they are correct. How to do this. I guess play a Silver Gillet up first. Draw a card. Yeah, so we just have to dodge a removal spell. But the removal spells might be in the sideboard. Get rid of dismembers, they're useless. Smuggler's Copter might have played a really good part in this game. Nice! You know, I always pray to, like, for them to brick on their Shriekhorns and stuff. Their hand was shitty. Their hand was shitty. But maybe they blundered by playing Golgari Thug instead of keeping it in their hand for a top deck Cathartic Reunion. I don't know. Or, like, even if they drew Conflagrate in their hand, they could discard it. Not ahead until they hit 4 Creeping Chill and 1 mill. But they had 2 of them in their hand. It was, like, really bizarre. Totoi, what do you think of using discontinuity in our Merfolk deck? Isn't that the thing that says end the turn? That's probably not that good. Why remove the graveyard when we can remove the player? That's right. Okay. So what do we want? We definitely want Force of Negation, and we definitely want Relic of Progenitus. And actually, I'm not certain, but we might want Veil of Summer. Okay, what did I put in my sideboard guide? Gotta go check out my sideboard guide. Available for the patrons on Patreon or the Tier 2 Plus subscribers on Twitch. It is in the sideboard guide section of my, what's it called, Discord. Dredge. Because you get hexproof. No, against Dredge, I'm just taking out Brazen Borrower and Dismember. No Veil of Summer. There are some black spells. I can't remember what it does to Creeping Chill. Maybe I determined it couldn't do anything. You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and black until end of turn. So yeah, you should be able to you protect yourself from Creeping Chill. You just might not draw a card because they don't actually cast the card, but you do get protection. So we get rid of the Dismembers and the Brazen Borrowers. Oh, is it each opponent? Is that what Creeping Chill says? Maybe that's why I did not put it in my sideboard guide. Each opponent and you gain 3 life. Okay, yeah, so that's why I didn't actually put in my sideboard guide. That's why you make the sideboard guide. So it makes your decisions for you. Maybe Weather the Storm might be worth it against them, just to gain some life. But I think this is good enough. Very proactive game plan. Smuggler, Copter, good. And that, like Brazen Bar, you don't want to bounce anything of theirs, and also you can't attack into an Archamoeba, so it's pointless. Dredge seems to be getting pretty active. Maybe time to go back to 4 hate cards. You know what? I'm actually now in the boat of just saying screw it. I will just lose to Dredge and I don't care. I'm gonna keep this because we have like a really good clock. If we just draw one more land, I can slow the game down by force negating their first thing, and we have a Relic of Progenitus, so I'm gonna keep this. Creeping Chill sucks. Yes. There's a card I want banned, it's just Creeping Chill. They can do it, the rest of the game is fine. They can keep all the other crap. They mulligan to 5 cards. Our opponent is mulliganing down. My brother would be getting very excited right now. Haggle. You discard a card. If you do, draw a card. That's like instant dredging. I think I'm just going to obliterate this thing. What do I get rid of? Honestly, I'm not a fan of Silvergill Adept because very poor toughness, and I think the Lords are just better at winning the game. Another one. Okay, I'll start the party off with Relic, I guess. So that I've maybe... If I draw a land, I can play Kumena Speaker and hold up Relic, and then if I continuously draw lands, it will be good. Oh, nice. Okay, so, yeah. That's what I'll do. And if I'll tap out to play, like, Lord of Atlantis next turn. But if I do that... Relic won't be completely active, but it's fine. But it would be great if I draw, like, say, a land here. Not a land, that's okay. Are they mana screwed? They have red mana. Maybe they need green mana? Dredge didn't need free lightning helixes. True story. So I'm a little concerned about something like, what's it called? What's the 1 mana, destroy target creature, discard a card? I'm a little concerned about that. But at least we get to exile the card. Yeah, so there is a Lightning Axe, but we do get to exile the Ox of Agonas before the Lightning Axe resolves. And we still get to attack for 2. Steady amount of damage. Yeah, Lightning Axe, that's the card. But that's why I also put the crappier Lord up in front. You go do it! Land. Not a land. What the hell is white for in this deck? Probably some sideboard card. Alright. If they have another removal spell, then so be it. Now that I don't like. So that's why I wanted to draw a land. Now my Relic of Progenitus is offline. Now they get to dredge a bit. Hopefully it's a bad dredge and I can just exile the graveyard. But if it's a good dredge, that's not bad. We know there's another Stinkweed Imp in hand. So I will, well, I still... Oh, now I get a... Is that how it works? Anyway, so what do they have? Stinkweed Imp in hand? Okay, so I'm going to keep this relic active, because I can let this thing go on for a little while. Without too much consequence. Well, let's deal a steady amount of damage. Mutavault still is a damage source. Trying to think what to do here. Yeah, I'll play Aether Vial, because I want to attack every turn with Mutavault, and then in the future, if I draw cards... Okay, I'm going to keep their card count low. So, we'll put... Well, we're going to put a stop at their draw step, so that they can't do anything. Like, if there is a Smiting Helix, for example, in the graveyard. Oh, they're just drawing cards now. Interesting. Interesting strategy there. They don't want to dredge anymore. That's fine. I don't really actually want to burn the Spreading Seas because I need the Spreading Seas to cast my Force Negation. So yeah, this is a dead card now. So I'll attack with the Kumena Speaker and the Mutavault for now. The card wasn't a mistake. Dredge was. I don't expect Wizards of the Coast to always playtest for Modern in standard sets. Chill is kind of a bad card on its own, but Dredge just abuses the crap out of it. Yes. But that's where we are right now. You know, there is a deck that badly takes advantage of this card. I mean, yeah, if the Dredge mechanic didn't exist, Creeping Chill would be a way fairer card. It would still see play in some other decks, like those self-mill Vengevine decks, but like Dredge takes it to a whole new level. Rockanatus, they says they can't just ban Dredge. Oh yeah? Just watch them. They could definitely ban. I mean, I'm not rooting for people to ban Stinkweed Imp. I mean, but they could go that direction. They could weaken Dredge enough that to make it like less. They'd have to play with the shittiest Dredge cards. Actually, probably would make a big difference would be as if they banned Life from the Loam, because that is a huge part of their engine. Errata Dredge that you have to pay 3 to dredge. There we go! Just like they did with the companions. That's genius. Oh, no! What did I do? Oh, they don't have the mana. Oh, they do have the mana. Fuck. What did I wasn't paying attention. They actually dredged. They actually have a really good hand here. Anyway, this was stupid. So anyway, they got a free Smiting Helix for no reason. Now I'm like, now do I do anything still with this relic? Like, it was worth it to relic it there. Anyway, I guess this thing's just gonna die. No, I gotta pop this relic because of this Conflagrate in the graveyard. Well, actually, it's not that powerful. No, I'm gonna pop the relic. Yeah, I should stop reading chat, but that's the point of being a streamer. I think we were still in control here. Like, we were in pretty good control. They have 2 random Stinkweed Imps in hand, and I still have this Force Negation here. All I need is, like, a Lord, and I think we're in good business. Flashback. Because they have nothing to damage me with. I get the sense that if, like, I pop this relic, all of a sudden they're going to play, like, Cathartic Reunion because they have no fear. I'm just going to take my turn. Pretty close to cracking this Waterlog Grove soon. Okay, they have nothing to dredge right now. Like, the moment this is a threat from the graveyard, I'll deal with it. If it wasn't for Creeping Chill and that Smiting Helix, they'd be, like, close to dead right now. Very close. That is convenient. Go on, cancel. I don't know how much this matters, but... This is the longest I've seen a Dredge deck go without any creatures. Well, I've seen longer, but it usually depends on, like, Grafdigger's Cage being in play. So I'm not going to play Lord of Atlantis here because they got the Conflagrate, so I'll just deal 2 damage and pass. And then end of turn we'll play Lord of Atlantis, and then we'll probably be ready to do something to this Conflagrate. Shriekhorn. You're at 9. It's probably worth forcing, because I don't think my opponent has anything else to do. They would have played that last turn if they had something to play. Shoot, I should crack Relic first, because I have to get rid of the... Or do I? Let's see what I draw. Okay, maybe. I'm actually going to keep this on 1 just in case I draw Kamena Speaker. I drew a Merfolk Trickster. So I can attack. So the deal is here, I can attack for 5, put our opponent down to 4, and then if they tap out for Conflagrate, I mean, I just kill them, right? That's how it works. Second thing, no, I don't want to keep the second vial in hand to loot with Copter, because it may or may not happen. Yeah, they're going to get some value out of that Conflagrate. Hashtag value. Does someone want to unban Faithless looting or something? That's ridiculous. And it appears that we have won the game. We screwed up big time, but it was good enough. Alright, we won the match. Beautiful. Great start against Dredge. And again, Simic Merfolk. 1 mana Kamena Speaker dealing 2 damage a turn. That's where you want to be. That's the only way we can do it with low mana cost, very efficient, still put the pressure on our opponent. Even screwed up and it didn't matter. Careful Study probably was still probably a problem. I don't know, it's definitely more fair though than Faithless Looting. And it's probably more awkward for the Dredge player to play. Way more awkward. Well anyway, that was round 1. Beating up Dredge. Let's move on to round 2. Well, this hand's not the most beautiful, but I'll keep it. We lost the die roll. We're up against Tanasong. I want to say our opponent's on Dredge. The name rings a bell. Tanasong. Oh no, okay. It rings a bell for another reason. I guess we're up against blue-white. Blue-white control. So we'll start with probably just Mutavault, and I'll bet I'll attack with Mutavault. Unless our opponent's tapped out enough that I can play like Silvergill Adept or something. Could be Stoneforge, but I don't know. Irrigated Farmland is like really clunky. Spreading Seas. Okay. Did you know that I'm a Merfolk deck? It's all good. Alright, so they what I do like though is they tapped out for this. So we can go we can just hard cast the Silver Gill Adept. I'll show Trickster. We got our own Spreading Seas. Gonna hit your immigrated farm. Well, I guess the other Mutavault's gonna get eaten up by the Field of Ruin. But if they keep tapping out to do this stuff, that's fine. That allows me to play more cards. It's gonna be it's the Spreading Seas mirror. They fixed my mana. Okay. It's actually not the best time for this, because, like, whatever they bounce, I'm going to kill their Teferi. You can bounce my Vial, but it's not the most backbreaking of plays. Sure. Okay, pass. I do have a bit of decision here. So one deal I have here is, like, I want to... Okay, so it might seem obvious, just play, like, Lord of Atlantis, kill a Teferi, pass the turn. Alternatively, what I can do is, play, like, Aether Vial, pass the turn. Alternatively, I can hold mana up so that I can dismember my Mutavault when they play Field of Ruin on it, because they will destroy my Mutavault, it won't have a target, and essentially it destroys their land. And this Mutavault's not long for this world, and I'm sure this Dismember is really difficult to use in this matchup. But I think I'll just take the more straightforward play here. Should also have seen if this Aether Vial resolved, period. Oh, I didn't see... Well, if I play Misty Rainforest, they'll probably know what I'm playing anyway. They can just look me up on the internet. Like, they'll look me up on MTG Goldfish and see that I've been playing Simic Merfolk lately. What the hell is this? Oh, they're playing Narset. So each player draws a card and then discards a card. Alright, they're going to go for my Mutavault. Damn it! I really want that Mutavault. So I could dismember it. He thought it was a Goblin deck, probably? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I didn't show them that I was a Merfolk deck yet. I'm drawing Waterlogged Groves. Waterlogged Groves are not too bad when you have an Aether Vial that's active. Alright, let's start attacking for 5. If our opponent flashes and Snapcaster Mage, we can dismember it. Can't dismember that. Alright, get land. More lands for our Waterlogged Groves. Player draws a card and then discards a card. Well, we have a Vial that undermines this, so if they try to, like, because what the idea is at what ends up happening is if they have Narset, they use this at our upkeep, and that's our first draw for the turn. Then we lose it if we're empty-handed, and then if we draw a card for the turn, we're not allowed to draw cards for the turn. You can end up blocking someone out with this idea. But maybe we could use the cards more than them. Like, I sort of want to Spreading Seas one of these. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. Anyway, I don't want to waste my mana. Oops. So we'll do this. Snap resolves. Oh, that was not good. Shit. That wasn't good. Pass, I guess, because that was my last base. This is my last basic. So this Misty Rainforest can only get like one more breeding pool, and then that's it. I'm thinking, do I flash in Trickster here? Yeah, I think it's reasonable to get underneath counter magic, because our opponent's snap passing priority, so they only get punished by exactly Supreme Verdict. Okay, can we start drawing cards? Because I could use some. I guess I'm not going to play the Misty Rainforest if they have any intention of playing this card. Alright, let's attack. Let's try. What is this? Shark Typhoon. That's not that big of a deal because we have Dismember. They just drew Path to Exile. Because they put it on top of their library with Mystic Sanctuary. Alright, let's kill this. Unfortunately, Path to Exile is just going to be a pure removal spell here. Interesting. They save. They save the Path to Exile. Okay, that's fair. They're waiting for a Lord. So I'm not going to play my Lord. They'll see your cat avatar and mistake you for a mono blue cat tribal master. Well, you know, that's the plan. Chubby Meatball loves cat tribal. They're actually a little bit weak to another Spreading Seas. They don't have... Oh, I forget that. They just found another Hollow Fountain. What does that mean? Does that mean like a bigger Shark Typhoon? Ooh, Smuggler's Copter. I wish I ripped that and played that last turn. That would be very useful. Waterlogged Grove, not going to complain. So I'll play the Master of the Pearl Trident. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, if my opponent has Verdict now, they'll, like, hold off on their Path to Exile. Okay, I know they have Path to Exile. Like, I know it. So there's no point in attacking with Master of the Pearl Trident. They might have some sort of Cryptic Command loop. Vendilion Click. That is interesting. Damn it, they can take my Copter. We'll Vial the other Lord. So this is going to be a lot of damage. But they have 3 mana up, so they might have like a really good plan. All lands. Would you like to activate this thing? Oh no, they didn't take anything. That's not good news. Take 4, go to 1. Do you have 2 paths? Johan, I am 1-0 so far in matches. Alright, sweet. The rest goes through. Okay, let's hope this Smuggler's Copter resolves. No! They had to have just drawn that. They let all my other 2-drops resolve with 1 mana up for a very long time. Okay, pass. They seem to be... I think they're in bad shape either way. Like, they couldn't deal with this board. Field of the Dead. Do you have Snapcast? Well, you don't have Snapcaster Mage. Oh no, maybe you have Snapcaster Mage. You couldn't play it and play Path to Exile last turn. Alright, so they probably have Snapcaster Mage up this turn. So if we draw another Island Walker, that's probably GG. Oh, do you have another click? But you play another click. No, if they could play another click. Okay, here's Snapcaster into Path to Exile. Is this some sort of budget Azorius control? Why else would they not play fetches? Well, this is, they can cycle this to draw a card, and they might be trying to enable Field of the Dead. Okay, come on, Lord. Not a Lord. Come on, Lord. I have a feeling if we draw a Lord here, it's just GG. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Good lordy. Fuck, that's not really that good. But I guess I'll play it. So which one do I prefer to be off the battlefield? Probably the Snapcaster Mage. Because it's not legendary, it can be bounced with Cryptic Command and be a real nuisance. So we'll get in 2 damage. And we'll be threatening lethal next turn if our opponent draws a donut. Okay, I'll play this, and we'll crack it for our last breeding pool. Thin our deck. Gotta thin the deck. So their fetch lands are offline. I don't know if they're running. Oh, they are running fetch lands. They're gonna activate this. Nice. Damn it. Guess the Botanical Sanctum is no good. I should have cracked the fetch land in response. They got rid of an island. All right, they're in desperation mode. Desperation mode online. Shit, that's not good news. It's verdict time. Yep. Field of the Dead. Alright, so here come the zombies. I mean, they're still, like, super vulnerable. I guess we Spreading Seas the Field of the Dead. So we're gonna get 2 zombies. We're gonna get a few cards. That's great. Okay, so let's force this. They're empty-handed. Well, as... That's weird. You should have fetched. Or do you have nothing to fetch? That's awkward. This is just great. Alright. Go. Why not hardcast the Trickster, leave Vial open in case they let us draw that land? Because if our opponent had a counter spell, like Spell Snare, it would have got countered. I wanted it to be uncounterable. Alright, let's draw a card. Copter's awesome. They don't know any of the cards in our hand. And we can sacrifice 4 life to kill this stupid zombie. Jace, the Jace of the Mind Sculptor variety. I think that's it. I think that's game. Because I can just kill the zombie with the Dismember, and even if they have an... Well, first off, they can't even do anything with the Flooded Strand. They're at 1 life. Yeah, can't crack fetch at 1 life. So the fetch land is offline. Yeah, it's true. So they could not, in response, crack the fetch land, because they didn't have the life to sacrifice. Unlike us, we're at a nice, healthy 9 life total. And we are... Oh, how do we do this? We should not show the Brazen Borrower. Boom! Goodbye. We win game 1. Beautiful. Alright, so we got some cards, I would say. Some cards. I'm sure Veil of Summer is going to do something. Protect us. Well, I guess not protect... it can protect us against Teferi, because in response to Teferi getting cast, you can Veil of Summer, and then Teferi cannot bounce anything. And basically they just tick up and they'll lose their creature next turn. So cards we don't want. We probably don't want Dismember. And maybe we want some Spreading Seas. Field of the Dead is not pleasant. We'll get rid of one land. Make it a Botanical Sanctum, because our life total doesn't matter so much, but it's just very important that our lands come into play untapped. We're going to maximize the number of islands in our deck for Path to Exile, and keep... And I still want my Cavern of Souls to make our creatures uncounterable. But that still means 2 cards need to get removed. Oh, you know what? Probably we don't need... Well, okay, what does my sideboard guide say? It probably says, like, play 1 Veil of Summer. Or actually, it probably says take out all the Spreading Seas. But this isn't your normal control deck. Yeah, it says bring in all the Veils, remove the Spreading Seas. How about I keep some Veils? Yeah, such a pretty victory. Okay, maybe I'll just have 1 random Spreading Seas for the random Field of the Dead if I ever see it. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. It's not the most beautiful hand, but it's fine. I'd prefer to see Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls, I have a feeling would help a lot. Opponent plays Pluto Delta and passes. Fine. Fine with me. That was a great draw. That was a good draw. That's fantastic, actually. So let's see if they tap out here. Not the tapping out I was looking for. Like, I really want to play the Silvergill Adept, but I really hate getting spell snared. It's so frustrating. I have other problems. In the future, if I activate Vial, my opponent plays Vendilion Click, they can take my Silvergill Adept away, but I guess it's not the end of the world. I'll just play land pass. And we'll dig our breeding pools out of our deck. And also, we might get to a position where we can just hard cast Force of Negation, which is nothing wrong with that. Field of Ruin. To Fairy. Let's say you bounce Vial, I kill it. I guess the biggest problem is if they go plus. I guess I'm going to let it resolve, though. I really don't want to burn my Force Negation on that like this, but they didn't go plus, so this is going to be good for us. I guess they were taking the chance if I ever had, what's it called? If I didn't have Kamena Speaker, then that was a good play. If I did not draw a Merfolk, I would have played land, passed. Sorry, I would have played land. Yeah, I would have played a land and passed and had Force Negation up, but I think now getting Silvergill Adept and Aether Vial on the board in one shot is actually worth it, that I'm not going to do that. So I will play fetch for my other breeding pool. Because I'm sure my opponent's going to Field of Ruin something. And then on the following turn, I could play, like, Aether Vial and, whatever. Anyway, I don't have to play so slowly right now. Oh, nice. Whatever. It would have been nice to play that Mutavault this turn, but I was trying to fetch so that I didn't draw my damn breeding pool. My last breeding pool. That would have been very embarrassing. Narset. Yes. It will basically cycle. Or maybe it won't. What are they going to look for? Oh, they found nothing! Brick! Brickaroony! Not enough things to find. Not too many creatures and lands, I guess. So I guess we'll attack and counter a Path to Exile, if such a thing gets played. I'll play Mutavault Pass. They'll Field of Ruin it, whatever. Nothing I can. I want to keep my land. I want to keep making my land drops. Not going to play anything here, and hopefully I can just now hard cast my forces instead of like spending them on two for ones. Hey sheep, I am 1-0 so far, and I'm 1-0 and I won my first match, and I have. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, anyway, we will counter this. And we're up a game in match 2. That is nice. So I'll play Waterlogged Grove. Let's get some value out of this Mutavault while we can. And I'll just attack for 6. I don't want to play Lord of Atlantis, then they play Supreme Verdict. That will really suck. Instead, I'll play Lord. I will Violin Lord of Atlantis and attempt to go for a kill on my next turn, but that's about it. Because I definitely have lethal by next turn. With like Violin Lord of Atlantis, my turn, play Lord of Atlantis. Yes, that can resolve. Gets me more mana. So I think at this point they're dead. They're drawing dead. Or maybe not. Or maybe so. Okay, so I'm just calculating. I'm just thinking, if I force a negate, throw the Lord of Atlantis away, put in Trickster and Lord, that's 9-11 damage. That's not enough damage. Or I force this, pitching this, play Lord of Atlantis, play another Lord of Atlantis, that's still 11 damage. That sucks. How do I win this game from this turn? How do I win? Or I play Trickster, play both Lords next turn. That's still not lethal. It's almost lethal, but it's not lethal. I guess we just have to cast and counter this. Field of the Dead is back. I play Trickster, 2 Lords, only 12 damage. Damn it. Okay, I'll play a Lord of Atlantis. That'll put a giant chunk of damage on the battlefield. Hopefully enough for victory. Well, let's crack. I mean, if I draw a Lord here, I win, right? That would be 14 damage. Not a Lord. But Trickster is nice. If I put a Lord, this is basically lethal. Okay, you Verdict. Let's say you Verdict next turn. Does that do anything? Because you're at 2, and I have 2 Tricksters in hand. How many? 7 or more lands with different names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can Verdict, play a land, get a zombie, potentially have mana up for my second thing. Honestly, I sort of just want to play a Lord of Atlantis here, put my opponent to 2. Yeah, maybe I should have. Well, hard casting Trickster off of Vial is not a big deal because I have 2 Tricksters. Trying to figure out. Our opponent is playing in a way like they have Verdict. So this is going to be 8, and then if I put in 2 Tricksters, that'll easily kill our opponent. I think I'm not sure, but I think this gives us the best chance of winning, putting them down to 2, because then any creature that connects is lethal. And we have 2 Tricksters. Oh, they have. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say they have to be dead from here, but like it doesn't look good. Do they have a land? If they have a fetch land, that might be a problem. If they don't have a fetch land, I guess we win. That's fine. And then we get in the other trickster. All right, and that's lethal. And we win the match. Tough stuff. Tough. Yeah, easy money. So it would be interesting if I just passed. If I just dealt 8 damage, they would have been at 5. And then I could violin like a lord. But then if I play one trickster, I guess it's the same result in this game. Because if I play one trickster, they counter it. And I play the second one and I have 5 power on the battlefield. But I was trying to play around if they played one more land and they got a zombie, but I tap it down. The point was that if they had like Path to Exile for one of these creatures, at least hopefully one of them gets through and just wins. But anyway, we got it. We got another 2-0. So far we are 2-0-4-0 with Simic Merfolk. Copter didn't see play, but hey, who cares? Simic Merfolk just destroying. Very mana efficient. I love how we played that game. So that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Our opponent is playing, like, either humans or 5-color Niv Mizzet. Anyway, we won the die roll. That's good, because this hand's pretty aggressive. I hope these dismembers aren't dead. I'm going to keep it. This doesn't look like a good lit. Or this could be Storm? I beat Dredge, and I beat Blue-Eye Control. Sometimes Storm can play this card. Because it's like basically free. Mountain. Soulscar Mage. That's a... I'm sort of happy to see that because I can dismember that. Although I've taken a significant amount of damage right now. Ooh! Spreading Seas. That's what my brother would say. This is so bad. If I dismember, I can't play a 2-drop. But then next turn I can play a 2-drop and another dismember, so that's not too bad. Alright. Hold on, cancel. It's better to keep the breeding pool up. Give them the illusion I've got, I don't know, something. Force of... Veil of Summer in the main deck. Fuck! Well, I could dismember it, and then this thing won't come back. Or I guess I could let them sink 3 mana into it. Alright. I hate that. I just hate that. Bone Crusher Giant is a real feel-bad card. Ugh, I keep taking a lot of damage here. Well, the wind is out of our sails, and our opponent has a lot of cards in hand, so we are in trouble. Damn it, and I gotta kill that thing. Fuck, we're dead. We're so dead. I don't even think we have a good... Well, we have a fine... We have probably a fine sideboard, but not a great sideboard for this deck. For this matchup. What do I want to do? Maybe just pass, and then I'll dismember this on the stack if it gets really big. Or it attempts to get big. Shit. Oh, this isn't Prowess. It's that weird red zoo deck, is it? I don't know. I'm not familiar with this deck. Firebolt. You're lucky I don't have Ether Vial. If I had Ether Vial, that card wouldn't do shit. Yeah, I've seen Tron play this. Surprisingly, is an easy card to splash. So Bonecrusher Giant is just strictly the better card, so I'll dismember it. They didn't attack because of They didn't attack because of the potential of... Oh, do I have to discard a card? Or I just take 2 damage? Holy fuck. We're going to 3, people! We're just going to 3. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. I could wait on that. That's okay. Let them kill me quicker. How many dismembers? I drew 3 dismembers against the mono red deck. Yeah, okay. Okay, we want... I don't even know what we want. Okay, we definitely want Chalice of the Void. Well, what do I have for Prowess? It's probably a similar matchup. This is a matchup I need, Shaper Sanctuary. Weather the Storm. Okay, let's bring in some Weather the Storms. Take out Seas. And some Kamena Speakers. God help us. Thank you, Johan. Yeah, I'll need the good luck. Oh, who knows? Maybe Weather the Storm will, like, really flip the table. No, I keep Copter. I took out some Kamena Speakers. They're just very weak creatures. Copter looks good in this matchup because you dodge Firebolt and Stomp. It's possible maybe I shouldn't be so grindy. Maybe I should be more aggressive. Maybe I could take out, like, keep Kamena Speaker. Because they've got Gigantha. Or do they still have Gigantha? Show me your commander. Well, it's not Burn. It's like some sort of... It's a Prowess deck. Burn and Prowess are 2 different archetypes. Record is 2-0 in matches, and I'm down a game in this. Yeah, I know. Everyone keeps trying to go exclamation point record, and it's broken. And only in leagues, for some reason. I think I can keep this. I can play another. It's a bit slow to start with, but we have some interaction on the way. And maybe I can avoid things like Firebolt and Stomp for the first few turns. Blister Coil Weird. That is just great. What are you doing, Salud? Alright, let's hope we don't die. Well, that's not great. Yeah, I brought in the Chalice is good. Maybe we take 2 damage. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. And they still have their companion. But now I sort of need to draw lands so I can, like, curve out. Why is it that they always have a Braid? Like, 100% of the time, my opponent will have a Braid available. Exile top card of your library. Until end of turn, you can play that card. Oh, that is just fantastic. They found a land. You could have found a non-land and drawn nothing. You don't even have that many lands in your deck. Yeah, I know. The Magic the Gathering Online Shuffler loves a Braid. So I will definitely play a Silvergill Adapt. So I can draw some more lands. Nope. Well, that's not good. Although, to our opponent's credit, they blew up our Ether Vial. I would be playing 2 creatures a turn here if they didn't blow up the Vial with a Braid. There's a Lava Dart. I shouldn't actually auto-yield because I think our opponent is playing around Dismember. Anyway, we're going to take a pile of damage here. Unfortunately. Ugh. Pass the turn? Yeah. And here come the salute emotes. We're just dead, actually. Okay, we can concede. Our opponent will attack for 8, and we can't do anything about it. Well, that was shitty. That was a pretty shitty match. Well, that being said, remember, we didn't get mana screwed. Our opponent abraded our Ether Vial, so I mean, it was good for that. It was their deck technically did beat us. If we had 2 Ether Vials active, I'd be dropping a lot of creatures like crazy, and at least protecting ourselves from Lava Darts with our Lords. But still, it would be nice to draw some lands. John decide, Nikachu, do you think buying into Bant Blade is a safe investment? By safe, I mean safe from a banning. Not necessarily, but like, I mean, it will still be playable after a banning. I'll just say that. Well, anyway, that was our round 3. Let's move on to round 4. So we lost the die roll, but the hand is good. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Some good ways of pushing through damage in the end. It's a very good hand if we were on the play. Like, this is a very good hand to have on the play. But we're on the draw. Just gonna have to make do. Merfolk, the worst way to play Simic, and yet it is the best way to play Simic. That is correct. Okay, we'll keep. I think our opponent capped. Let's go. Let's do this. Another mountain. Hopefully not Lava Dart. Because I cannot protect my Comena Speaker. Oh, sweet. What the hell deck has no... Oh, this is some sort of Blue Moon? Well, if this is Blue Moon, that's not good. Okay, so if this is Blue Moon, that means I have to get... Actually, it's not too bad. I got the Spreading Seas in my hand, so I can seize like one of my creatures. So let's get Merfolk Mistbinder out, because this thing may not exist for forever. Oh, we have 70 viewers. People want to see Merfolk. Field of the Dead. Interesting. That is also interesting. Just bolting everything off the battlefield. Well, what the hell deck is this? Because I don't believe you'd play Field of Ruin in your Blood Moon deck. So I'll take a damage here. Because I'm going to play Trickster at end of turn. Actually, that might not have been a bad spot to Spreading Seas my opponent's mountain. Might not have been a bad spot. Or maybe it would have, because now Cryptic Command would be online. Yeah, it looks like we're up against Temur. Fact or fiction? 1, 2 islands, so we can put... It's a pretty shitty Fact or Fiction, all things considered. I think this is the right play. I actually, honestly, I don't know how to make a Fact or Fiction, to be honest. I'm not particularly confident. I have no good theory for this crap. The only thing I know is sometimes I'll just try to choke them on mana when I know I'm ahead and I know they need mana. So they took the lands in the Fact or Fiction, which is technically more. Oh yeah, like putting this in the graveyard doesn't matter, so I should give them the lands. Oh, it's tough, but if I give them the lands, they have more lands to play. All right, so my new plan is just storm the board here. I hope they can't deal with it. Shit, do you have an Anger the Gods? Gotta shock yourself, but still. What is this? Gonna play Fact or Fiction right now? Huh. That is awkward. But I could crack Waterlog Grove and then play it. Okay. If they want to play Fact or Fiction, or are you going to play, like, Electrolyze or something? Well, I'm definitely going to play Lord of Atlantis here. They can't play Cryptic Command. That's good. And I'll keep this Botanical Sanctum in my hand. I'm just going to try to go for it. Okay, we win. Good. Nice, easy, clean victory. I'm pretty sure the Cavernous Souls won the game for us. Pretty sure Cavernous Souls just won that whole thing for us. So we'll bring in Force Negation and Veil of Summer. Probably Relic is good too. Okay, hold on. So I have like some Reclamation sideboard thing. Probably looks similar to this. Force Negation, Relics, out goes Seize, Island, and a Dismember. And the Dismembers. Goodbye, one island. Because it's probably like somewhat attrition based. And I have to keep all my green sources for the Veil of Summer. Well, whatever. Bring in the Dispels. I have none. This hand is okay. I'll keep it. Turn 1 Vial off of a Cavernous Souls probably is not what our opponent's hoping. Is not what our opponent thinks we're gonna do. Like, it's possible pending the configuration of their deck. Like, these two cards just beat them. It's possible. Ren and 6. That card is certainly annoying, but I'll let it live. Oh, that was very, very, very good. Oh, yes. Did we win game 1? We won game 1, yes. I think I'm just going to attack my opponent relentlessly. I would really like to draw one more land. Because if I draw a land, then I can hold up Force of Negation. Is this going to be Uro? Sure. Maybe I should care a little bit about Uro, but whatever. Can't care about everything. I'm probably going to keep the Vial on 1 so I can flash in my other Kamena Speaker. Because I don't need to tick the Vial up yet. Well, that's sort of interesting. But honestly, I'm probably going to pitch it to Force Negation if I get the opportunity. So... You know, Renin 6 is in striking distance, so I think I'll kill it, but I don't feel very good about it. I drew my land. Goodbye, Brazen Borrower. I hope that was not a ridiculous trade. I think countering something like Fact or Fiction is worthwhile, for sure. We have a pretty good board. Well, they have Cryptic up, but no big... I mean, I'll counter a Cryptic command if I can. I'll play Silver Gilladab, draw a card, use it to crew the Copter, throw away this Ether Vial that we just drew. Is this Veil of Summer? Waiting for them to pay costs. That's not good. It is Veil of Summer. Oh well. Maybe next time we can do something. Fuck, Veil of Summer is way better for them than it is for us. And I have some Veil of Summers in this deck. Well, I have plenty of things to get rid of now. Alright, let's try to do this again. Ugh. What if they bolt and then I play Force Negation and then they play like something stupid like Cryptic Command again? Counter draw. Can attack for 4. I'm not that behind on... I'm not too far behind on cards. I'm not going to fight over this. There's just no way I can... Like, they can have so many different counter spells there. Oh, thank you very much, Aspiring Spike, for raiding with 1 million people. What would my career be without you, Aspiring Spike? I hope you had a great stream. If anyone wants to see how... Oh, I shouldn't have done... Well, whatever. I'm a little bit distracted, but if you want to see how Modern is played in a super fair manner, in the fairest manner of all manners, you're in the right place. We're playing Merfolk in Modern. So what are they going to do with this Lightning Bolt? Want to kill one of my attackers? Crap, they want to do something else too? Welcome to the best stream in MTG. Veil of Summer coming back. That is really annoying. They can tell we have this Force of Negation in our hand. They can smell it. Alright, are we getting this attack in? Yes? They've got, actually, they've got a Factor Fiction, so I guess they're going to try to protect their Factor Fiction. So I might as well counter this while I can counter something, because I can't counter the Factor Fiction later. Because they're putting Veil of Summer on top of their library. Okay, Wilderness Reclamation, that's not good news. But it's not the end of the world. Okay, so they have got a ton of mana. They're going to play like Factor Fiction here. I'll put it on the bottom. Or, yeah, I'll put it on the... yeah, bottom. I want to maximize the lords that I can draw. So they've got Factor Fiction and... I know their hand, right? Factor Fiction and... So I might as well sacrifice this to draw a card. That sucks. Okay, I want a lord. They have Veil of Summer and Factor Fiction as far as I'm concerned. Or did they still have Factor Fiction? Okay, I did get my lord. Yeah, I just have to play it and hope for the best. Attack for 6. I hope that when they Factor Fiction there is like no good removal spell that they can find. I mean, if they find another Ether Gust, I guess that's not the end of the world. It's funny, this thing doesn't even have any targets. They can just hit our Kamena Speaker. And Merfolk Mistbinder. That's a very awkward card to bring in. Did I miss something? Did I not understand what they targeted in the graveyard? Or did they bring Cryptic Command back? I thought I get... Or... What happened? I felt... They dumped an Uro... Oh, maybe I'm thinking of just last game. I'm being stupid. Thanks to all new viewers. We're playing Simic Merfolk in Modern. I'm 2-1 so far in this league, but I've gotten 5-0 with this list, and other 5-0s have been made with this list. So I'm pretty confident in the build. Ether Gust seems like a strange choice. Well, whatever. Maybe it's better than nothing. Okay, so you have Snapcaster Mage for this? I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I also strongly support the list. I think, well, I'm just dead. They go Snapcast. Well, actually, if they go Snapcaster Mage, Cryptic, I could counter it. They don't have Veil of Summer up. Okay, I'm gonna play desperately here because I have no choice. Desperado. Wilderness Reclamation is a hell of a card. This is gonna be hilarious if because they're choked on mana, they can't protect the Cryptic Command. Uh-oh, that's not good. Or am I wrong? Do they not have a Veil of Summer in hand? I was pretty sure that they used this to put a Veil of Summer on top of their deck. That was pretty sneaky of them. Wilderness Reclamation. Well, no, it's going beyond standard. Got banned in historic. People are just looking for the right time to play it in modern. Anyway, I think we can. Well, okay, I'll see what my opponent puts in play. Maybe they'll give me some information, but I can basically resign here. I'm like super Cryptic locked. You know, I might play on a little bit more just to confirm that. I want to know for sure if they had Veil of Summer in hand. Dude, it's a bust card. Only fair in EDH, and only because it can only untap your lands for one turn. True story. By the way, this is game 2. I won game 1. For all the new people watching today, you all wonderful, beautiful people, don't use Blast Zone. Let's attack for 11. Well, I'll attack for the rest of it. Okay. Okay, out of principle, I'll keep playing. There is maybe some random shot. Probably there can't be. Like, they can just Castle Vantress every turn, right? Like, what are the odds that they brick on everything? I need to draw 1,000,000 Merfolk Tricksters. That's what I need to do. Okay, did you have this Veil of Summer that I thought you had? I'm just curious. Or did I play stupid earlier? Yeah, you did have it. Okay. Actually, we'll let it resolve. Let's see a little bit more of our opponent's deck. Because I'll just concede. They have more Uros, Growth Spirals. All right. That's great. Information! The information play. You absolutely want to be part of that information play. So yeah, the rest of this is still bad. I'll just keep it as it is. I thought our hand was pretty good. Maybe I should have countered that Wrenn and 6. It's just like, it's a shitty card to counter. I didn't really have... Well, I mean, I could counter it, but I'm not in love with that. What are better... Well, I don't know if there are better things to counter. It's pretty good value to get those lands. Or maybe I should just ignore it. We could add Field of the Dead. Yeah, we're almost there. Just randomly put in zombies in your Merfolk deck. Blue-black Merfolk on the way. Well, you don't... I guess you don't need the black for it. Yeah, 249 current viewers. All I need is Aspiring Spike to work for me, and everything will work out. Oh, the sound is good. I like it. We can keep. And again, I would really like to see a third land so we can get Force Negation online. It might be difficult. This Force Negation might be really choked because of our opponent threatening Veil of Summer. Our opponent's mulliganing to 5. Warning, everyone. Our opponent's mulliganing to 5. That is not good news for them. It's good news for us, though. Especially since we've got this Ether Vial Relic hand. Is this... In this deck, it needs to be countered. We need to do whatever we can to keep them from getting to 4 mana. Okay, I will delay my Relic. Oh, stop the presses! Stop the presses. We got Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter is ready for next turn. Oh, and they don't have Bolt mana. They might have Ether Gust. If they, this is gonna be the first time in my life I'm gonna play around Ether Gust. So to play around, oh, we got our own Veil of Summer too. Okay, so to play around Ether Gust, I'm going to put the Usually I put Merfolk Mistbinder in first, but I'll start with... Maybe I can still play Merfolk Mistbinder because I can play Veil of Summer. Whatever, I'm still gonna play around it. They gotta have Spiral into Bolt mana? Well, they don't, apparently. Or maybe they do. I cannot counter this. Well, they let me attack, which is a mistake. Although I have nothing dead to throw away. Hopefully... They have Bolt, but they have no actual... Oh, they don't have the mana. Okay, let's... yeah, let's draw a card. That is appealing. Oh! I don't really want to get rid of the Relic of Progenitus, to be honest. Pitch Force! No way! We can get rid of Relic. Seems like the most reasonable card to get rid of. Alright, damage goes through. Well, drop the land now. Now, this probably, again, represents that we have Force Negation in our hand, which sort of sucks, but whatever. We're doing what we got to do. That's nice. More lords are always welcome. I guess I'll continue to play this, because if my opponent plays Snapcaster Mage, then they can't kill my Master of the Pearl Trident. And we will most definitely force a negation the Cryptic Command for allowed. Tap all creatures. Hopefully they don't have their own force negation. No. They take 6, go to 9. I do have lethal by next turn, so I'll take the extra card that we can get from Silvergill Adept here. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're prepared. We have more cards than them. At the moment. In before anger. Oh, that's nice. Oops! I screwed this up. I had to play a Silvergill Adept first. Well, we still have another. We still have another shot at that Lord. Or sorry, we still have a shot at drawing a Merfolk. We do. We got another Silvergill Adept. My God, I'm just dumping value all over the place here. Wow, there's no resistance. I guess I'll keep this Kamena Speaker in my hand. What am I trying to protect on the board? I guess I'm just playing around another Anger of the Gods if they go Snap Anger. Yeah, Copter dodging the Wrath is nice. Okay, well there's Wilderness Reclamation. They don't have much going for them though. They don't have many cards. I mean, they have one card left in their hand, and I have lethal on the battlefield, or almost lethal. I guess we just vial this in. Everything we're drawing is just pure gas. If they have Cryptic, I don't want to show them the Mutavault, because they might go Cryptic, bounce Mutavault, and then I can't play another land drop this turn. So we'll just do it like this. This is the power of Smuggler's Copter. A lot of people are doing fair things in Modern. Oh, sorry, a lot of people are doing unfair things in Modern. Get the hell out of here. Hold on, what does this say? You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and black until end of turn. Damn it. Alright then. Goodbye. So I guess it's safe to just play Kamena Speaker. If they rip Anger of the Gods, they're just dead to the Mutavault, so I don't think I lose anything doing this. Yeah, that's it. 3-1 with Merfolk. Everyone's playing super busted decks. What are we playing? We are setting the bar at what's fair in this damn format, all right? And if Merfolk's and I don't complain about the format. I really don't. I don't care what they bring. Bring it all on. Merfolk is there and prepared for anything. They're banning Wilderness Reclamation in all the formats. Keep it in Modern. I don't care. Can have all the wilderness. Bring on more wilderness reclamations. Bring on all the wilderness reclamations. I want to see a format all wilderness reclamation. Merfolk doesn't care because Merfolk will take anything on. So we're 3-1 so far in this league. So let's move on to round 5. This hand's fine. We lost the die roll, but Waterlog Grove is great with Ether Vial because you can start throwing them away, and you're not really tempoing yourself out because you can always play your whatever creatures you draw with Ether Vial. That's the plan here. Yeah, we will keep. We're up against a turtle. Aplap. And the hand has a good curve. On turn 2, we can like play Trickster or Mistbinder with the Kumena Speaker or with the Vial on 1. It always amazes me the lengths people are willing to go to cheat in a hobby game like MTG. Oh yeah. And in a recession, cheating goes up because every piece of value matters. Our opponent mulliganed to 4. You know what that means? Dredge. Almost always means Dredge. I don't know anyone who goes to who mulligans to 4 and they're not Dredge. It's like 90% of the time you are a Dredge deck. If you want to mulligan so much, you're not fooling me. And they went first. They could mulligan to 4. Oh. Well, some people predicted Tron, but I don't know if they predicted Eldrazi Tron, so this must be an incredible Eldrazi Tron hand. Well, I feel pretty good because against Eldrazi Tron, it usually comes down to like attrition. And we have 4 more cards than them because we're on the draw. So let's hope. Well, let's hope that's enough. Yeah, definitely Eldrazi Tron. It's probably double temple. Oh no, they don't have the double temple. Well, so if they play Thought-Knot Seer, they're guaranteed to take at least 1 Lord. But what I would prefer to do is tap down the Thought-Knot Seer when it comes down when I play Trickster, so that's just what I'm going to do. Because I could play a Lord, but then they'll just take my other Lord. For a second, thinking Eldrazi Taxes, I guess that's possible too. Marin Moon has a bot that tells you when someone joins. It's a dino that says hi to them. It may be helpful. It may... There's the Thought-Knot Seer that I prophesized. And I'll just put a Kumena Speaker in play. And then pass. It may help identify the shameful jerks if you notice a large hesitation at the beginning of the match. Bingo. You know what? I wouldn't want to do that because there are people who will already be in the chat, then I play against them, and then you wouldn't notice. And I don't want to tip them off. I want to catch them. I want to add them to the Wall of Shame. The Wall of Shame needs more names. Now, I hope they just don't play another Tron land and then rip us apart like that. That would be awful. Well, here it's sort of nice that I can play out my hand. Okay, so... Oops. We need a green source? What do I have? Pay a green? Okay. There you go. They don't know about the Silver Gill Adept either, so they might do something other than, they might do something other than, I don't know, Thought-Knot Seer or something. Well, that's just great. They have infinite mana, so now if they go, like, Karn into Ensnaring Bridge, they're... What's it called? Their mulligans have been justified. Chalice on 1. Alright, I guess that's fine. It's a pretty crappy play. Alright, we can beat this. We might be able to go wide against this. Or maybe not. I think I need a Lord to be able to attack into this stupid Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, they decided, let's attack Nikachu. It's fine with me. I guess I should have played Silver Gill Adept to determine my options. That is a good draw. That is an even better draw. So do I have just lethal? I think I have lethal. Boom! Alright. Super dead. Mind you, it was all because they mulliganed to nothing. You know, it had nothing to do with skill, that's for sure. Yeah, fish are bigger than the Eldrazi. So... the game plan is remove the Commander speakers for force and negations and hope to counter like Ratchet Bomb and Expedition Map and stuff like that. We have to... I don't love Brazen Borrower in this matchup, but we do need it for Ensnaring Bridge. To be fair, that easily could have been a 7 that they capped and would have had a bunch of cards in hand when they died. Maybe. This hand's not beautiful, but I mean, I'm going to keep it. We can still go turn 1 Mutavault, Ether Vial, Spreading Sea, something like that. If we get the option. Ooh, Spreading Seas is for days. Okay, so that it's I think 100% of the time we're playing a Spreading Seas next turn, so I'm not going to play Mutavault turn 1. I always play Mutavault turn 1 if there is a chance that I can attack with it. Otherwise, I don't want to tip my opponent off that I have Mutavault. Matter Reshaper. So let's slow our opponent down. Hopefully a turn. Hopefully that worked. Hopefully that does something. Ooh, Smuggler's Copter. Our next turn is going to be pleasant. Tectonic Edge. That's only going to be relevant if we go to enough, if we have 4 lands. I guess I just play Copter. And do I play it? Well, I could play Waterlogged Grove, but I'm going to take more damage than I want. But then again, if I play Misty Rainforest, actually I don't even know if I want to play Misty Rainforest ever. I don't want to take much damage. So whatever, I guess I'll play a Snowland and pass. I'll dump this Misty Rainforest to the Smuggler's Copter if I get the opportunity. And for my next trick, I'll seize you again! I will take 3 damage. Yep. They're gonna pass. Okay. Let's see if I can race from here. Well, I could Spreading Seas this. Then I can play my Waterlogged Grove pretty freely. Or maybe I just shouldn't care. That's very nice, actually, because now I can bounce this Matter Reshaper. Okay, let's get in for a decent size attack. They most definitely have some sort of removal spell. But if they tap out enough mana, then I can like potentially Spreading Seas this. No, do I want to Spreading Seas the Tectonic Edge? Maybe not. I'm gonna dismember this. Okay, goodbye Smuggler's Copter. I sort of do have to deal with this Tectonic Edge. So if I play Waterlogged Grove, maybe I should just play Waterlogged Grove. I mean, if they sacrifice it on the Mutavault, they're losing a land, and they're choked on mana. So mana is the more important resource, I think, for them. I think. I'll pay the land and pass. Yeah, they didn't use their Tectonic Edge. Alright, so whatever their hand is like, it really sucks. That is also convenient. So I will play Misty Rainforest. We're probably going to get this... We might get this Mutavault Tectonic Edged. No, they're just going to take it on the chin. Very nice. And we'll just pass the turn. And it looks like they're pretty dead. Yeah, they were probably relying on turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer and Spreading Seas. Got him. Ooh, there's Blast Zone. That is most definitely late. Oh, what happened to Dirty Derek and the Splicer? Well, the Splicer got busy with life. Everyone got busy. All right, 4-1. 4-1 with Simic Merfolk. Again, we're on the roll with the 4-1s. Let's look at the beautiful list. Fantastic. I'm on a roll. This list is great. You saw how many times we were like losing earlier on in this month, and now I got a list that's winning. Now we're gonna put Merfolk on the map with this damn thing. Simic Merfolk is definitely the way to go. Oh, I'm way early in this league. This league ended like super fast. That's how we quickly cut through the competition. So this deck is quick and it gets results. Hello, Willie Hall. Consider Harbinger over Copter? Absolutely not. Copter is way better. Copter definitely won us a lot of our matches. Thanks to Copter, who was still on the battlefield against that Reclamation deck that used Anger of the Gods. And it flew over all the garbage against Dredge. Copter was great in this league. Harbinger wouldn't have done anything against either of those two decks. Not that I have anything against Harbinger. You could replace maybe Trickster with Harbinger, but I don't want to pull that trigger yet. But like, hey, we lost to Prowess, and guess what's better against Prowess? Not Trickster. Definitely Harbinger. You want to bounce that creature. Try Tidebinder, TBH instead of Weather the Storm. Oh, you mean Tidebinder Mage, I'm guessing. Maybe, but like it's so... I don't think Tidebinder Mage makes up for it against Burn. Weather the Storm just snap wins against Burn. I realize that. If you gain 9 life, it's over. It's just over. I never lost after I gained 9 life. And when you gain 12 life, it feels like you're starting the game all over again, except your opponent's down 5 cards. So anyway, would Harbinger be good against Prowess? Absolutely, because what happens is they attack with their creature, and then when they use enough pump spells, you just activate Vial and bounce it, and you get huge value. Huge value. Otherwise, I mean, sometimes they can just attack for 1, and then you just Vial in some other creature and hold up your Harbinger. Trickster has felt much better than Harbinger in most cases. In most cases, yes, but like the only matchup I lost, and I think the only matchup I lost last time was Prowess. So I probably should make some room to beat Prowess somehow. It's definitely not going to be done with Weather the Storm. I don't think it's going to be done with Damping Sphere either. I think people overrate Damping Sphere against Prowess. I mean, let's get Damping Sphere. The problem with Damping Sphere is in the matchup, like, I don't know what kind of deck you really like this against. I mean, I would bring it in if I had nothing. But the deal is that against us, they're just going to attack us steadily for 1, and then as we play creatures, they kill it, they get their Prowess trigger, because they're only going to use 1 spell a turn, more or less, and then attack. And then under the situations where we're tapped out, then they'll go for like the combo kill. But for the most part, they can do a pretty good game, just having a few Prowess creatures out, kill a creature, all 3 creatures get Prowess, and they attack. So yeah, when Life Goes On is 1 mana less than Weather the Storm, but probably way too bad. No, actually, Quantum Bird, I actually think it's a reasonable card. Maybe it is better than Weather the Storm for that 1 mana. Weather the Storm is a bit clunky. Polymorphous Jest. Do I own that? I might own that. You never know when you need these really stupid cards. Yeah, I have it. This is a real... It's a bit too tricky. It's a bit too cute. Until end of turn, each creature target player controls loses all abilities and becomes a blue frog with base power and toughness 1. But hold on, does that even work against the Prowess creatures? Because the creatures, they have this +1/+1 until end of turn. So you change the base toughness, but I don't think you... I don't think it think it changes... what do you mean it does not? It still it still has the pump. So I don't think this is going to help. It's better against humans, where they might have... Oh, no, it won't even be good against humans if they have counters on it. So, I don't know. This is just a bit too cute. Too gimmicky. I mean, I've thought about Encrust in Ice. I have thought about this... Encase in Ice? I have to have this card. Encase in Ice. I did think about this card, because it's Flash, you enchant a red or green creature, and basically it taps it and takes it out of the game. I think this is a reasonable card. And you can bring it in against Burn, you could bring it in against Jund. You can tap down, like, Tarmogoyfs. You can bring it in against Death Shadow if they're playing Tarmogoyfs. I mean, it's basically a removal spell, and you can play it at Flash speed. So, I mean, I don't think it's a stupid card. If it's like, if Prowess is if Prowess creatures are the things that we have to beat. Well, Vapor Snag is not too bad, but like, I don't have the room for it. I'd still lean on Brazen Borrower. Things that set power and toughness apply first, and things that modify those attributes. It does not matter in which sequence you use Scale Up and other pump spells. Did you all hear that Coco is coming to Historic? I did hear Coco's coming to Historic. Simic Merfolk. Simic Merfolk is going to be on the way. Hopefully that gives the boost that Simic Merfolk needs playing at Flash speed at end of turn. Oh yeah, I forgot about Gust. That actually might be worth playing. That actually might be worth playing in this slot, because that also is not the greatest, but I mean it's fine against Burn. You can interact with them. You could probably bring it in against a few other decks. Yeah, you can hit Titan as well. Although, I don't... yeah, I would bring this in against Titan. I could bring this in against Titan. Absolutely. Yeah, hits Wilderness Reclamation as well. Well, I wouldn't... Honestly, I would just let Wilderness Reclamation resolve. Well, I mean, maybe it depends on the situation. Maybe I would play it. I think it's a reasonable card, though. Hayashi plays it. I've seen a few other lists play it now with Merfolk. In the past, I thought this was a joke, but given the state of Prowess, it's less of a joke. And it's probably more playable than this Weather the Storm crap. It's literally a removal spell, because you put the permanent back into their library, so they lose a card. No, Echoing Truth is not as good, because they get to keep the card. So the card goes back to their hand, and they draw a fresh card, whereas with Aether Gust, sometimes you can remove the spell completely. They fetch, you Aether Gust in response, and they shuffle their card away. Because they can't even go back on top. So anyway, Aether Gust is a good candidate for this Weather the Storm slot. Good candidate. Or I can go to 4 Chalice of the Void and 2 Aether Gust. That's possible. That's possible. Overall, I like the numbers of this thing. I really like Force Negation in the sideboard. Screw this card. I really hate this card in the main deck. Even though did we side it in almost every time? No, we didn't side it in against Prowess. But we did side... Oh, okay, I'll admit, we sided it in very often, but I'm still not thrilled with Force Negation in Game 1. We don't need it. And it's like clunky sometimes. Well, sorry to say, that's it for today. That's it. That was our league. We went 4-1 with Simic Merfolk. It was a beautiful list. It was a beautiful league, and I'm going to run this... Probably going to run back this exact list. Maybe I'll switch up Weather the Storm for tomorrow's... what is it? Tomorrow's challenge? Not challenge. Super Showdown thing? Maybe I'll switch up Weather the Storm. But probably not. I like to keep the list as it is. And who knows, maybe Burn will come back out of nowhere. Congrats on the 200 viewers. No, thank you to Aspiring Spike for donating his viewers. If it wasn't for Aspiring Spike, I'd be a nobody. So we got the Twitch streamers have to help each other. No, more fish, please. Well, what would everyone want to see? Okay, how about this? I will keep playing, but this will be the end for the YouTube video. So anyway, for everyone on YouTube, that is the match for today. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon and the Twitch subscribers subscribed on Twitch. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. And this has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Simic Merfolk in Modern.